Could you tell me what brings you joy in life?
What brings me joy is family, friends, definitely.
I could have guessed that.
I figured you could.
What is it specifically about family and friends?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where I was going.
What?
What specifically do you like about family and friends? What gives you that zing?
I think it's because I grew up with a large family and we got together a lot. And so that was part of growing up. And I remember even when my cousin, Gil, had his 100th birthday and they had a meeting for him. And I went to it, which I was really happy later that I did, because he said, you know, I used to have 23 cousins that I played with all the time, but Edna's here and she's the only one left. Mm. And that was pretty much true with me too.
Yeah, of course, at the same time, I see you spreading out and your wings and enveloping way more than 27 people. I mean, you are the glue that binds this family.
Yeah, well, I think it's not just family, it's friends, because I really do think we need community now. Mm-hmm. So what gives you joy?
This is where I thought we might have very similar answers, and it's family and friends to me too. Although I probably don't spread as wide on the friends side as you do. There are certain friends, people that I guess I would term as friends, that are so good friends that they're essentially family. And
right.
so it might stop at family. It's just that some of my family are actually not blood family.
Right.
They're friends. I started with 27 cousins myself, and although we've lost a few to attrition and stuff, we still got a lot, and they keep on making more and more cousins themselves and
right.
grand cousins. So
right.
it is big, and it is enough joy.
Right.
I really don't need another source of it.
Well, I think one of the things that I have seen you do through the years is that you keep a letter going around.
Yeah, well, it used to be, for years, I would once a month write a letter to the family and highlight all the birthdays that were happening during that month.
Right.
And when you have 100 plus people in the family, it's a lot of birthdays every month.
Right.
And but I have since kind of backed off on that. It got a little bit overwhelming at one period of my life,
right.
and I've never really gotten back to it. But it was fun, and it helped pull everybody together. Our families, your family, my family, always been pretty tight anyway. So
right.
it's not
well,
like
some
you
of
need
mine, others not so much, but yeah. I am grateful that I've had the life that I have. I mean, I couldn't have dreamt the things I got. So I don't know how it happened. It wasn't that I particularly planned it, but things just happened that came my way. And I think even doing business decisions, some of the ones could have gone the wrong way, but they never did. So I always felt that I had angels watching over me.
Almost always, I would agree with everything you say, Edna. But in this case, I might have to challenge that to some degree. That it came your way. I think by nature, you are the kind of person who goes after it too.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it may have come your way, but you certainly positioned yourself for everything that's happened to you.
one of the things I've recently, because there's been discussions about it, that 50 years ago, a woman couldn't have her own credit card or her own house. But during that time, I was buying houses. And I never thought twice of it, but I never had to. I assumed VA and have FHA loans. And I just assumed I would take over, and I did. and I was lucky in a way when I went through a divorce that I had been the one that paid the credit cards. And Dave never even knew what they were. So he never stopped any of them. So, yeah.
My next curiosity is what makes both of you laugh? Like, what is it that gets you laughing these days?
I tend to laugh a lot, period.
You do, and actually, one of the things that over our 35 years
Yeah.
of relationship has been that I like the most is your quick laugh. You're very quick to laughter. You even laugh at some of my jokes, which most people don't. So,
Right.
so that's really enjoyable, and I think other people laughing, for me, really sets me off. I mean, just seeing that,
Right.
just I can't stop sometimes, and usually it's the silliest thing. I know my brother and I, and Nancy and I used to have this thing where it could be something silly like. My brother, I remember in Japan, my brother dropping a Pringles potato chip, and Nancy and I just started busting up and could not stop. It was
Right,
just,
right.
and those gut-wrenching, unstoppable laughs, those are wonderful experiences. There's nothing better than that.
Nice. Final question. What would you tell, what advice would you give to your young adolescent self if you could go back in time, or your 20-something self? What would you get? What advice would you give?
I know I could. That's an easy one for me.
Fine.
That's an easy answer for me. So I could start this.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Goathead? Did you just call me Goathead?
Go ahead.
See, that's one of those silly jokes that she laughs at. Nobody else does. I would tell my 20-year-old self to keep doing what you're doing,
Right.
because whatever you run into that makes you doubt yourself at all, it's all gonna turn out just awesome.
Right.
And so that's what I'd say. Keep going. How about you? 20 years.
Well, in my 20s, I was 21 when I had my first child, 23.
Mm-hmm.
So mine was all just taken care of.
You were
Basic-
20 though. This was before your first child. What would you have told yourself?
I might have said, don't get married. No, I really feel like things happen as they were supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have had an awesome life.
Yeah.
So
Anything else you want to talk about, or do you like that?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I would like to say one more thing.
Yeah.
I have part of that wonderful life has been, 35 years of knowing you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. So I'd like to have that recorded.
Right.
Yeah. I love you, Edna.
I did too.
Thanks for that.
Absolutely. Thank you both so much. This is
Awesome.
like the best way to learn about my family.
So with that, what it is, it's a song that's like an echo song. So she and I will sing and you sing back, and what you're seeing on your sheet is what you're gonna sing back. We'll do it. And then it's sort of like 12 Days of Christmas where you keep doing, verse after. So anyway, that's why it's 2 pages, and just have fun with it, because honestly, if you get it wrong, there's 10 verses, so we'll eventually get it right. Okay.
Scary.
So, just a second. Okay. You ready?
As I'll ever be.
Okay. Edna's still around. Who's still around? Ready? Go. Who's still around of the elder guns? Edna's still around of the elder guns. Who's 95 but still is young? Edna's 95 but still is young. Still is young. Elder gun. Must be Edna. Must be Edna.
is what would you give the advice to your adult self?
Oh man.
All right, who's first?
Me.
Okay.
Oh. Well, I think I gotta say each other too.
Yeah,
I mean,
each other.
I knew it was.
We've lost him. We've lost
There's a
him.
full-on revolt happening.
It is. All right. Oh.
Burrito baby.
Oh man. Get it out now, kids.